At the end of a narrow street stood a small building that most people passed without noticing, yet everyone in the town somehow knew existed. It was called the Quiet Room, though no sign announced it. The door was always unlocked, the light always on, and inside were rows of empty desks, a single window, and walls covered with faint marks that looked like eraser dust. People entered the room without invitation, usually when they felt stuck between who they were and who they once hoped to become. Lena Foster found the room on a cold evening after resigning from her job as an architect. She had spent years designing homes for others while postponing her own dream of creating something meaningful. Sitting at one of the desks, she felt a strange calm, as if the room was not judging her failure but acknowledging her pause. On the desk lay a blank notebook, its first page whispering possibility, an open invitation to translate the silent yearnings of the heart into something tangible, a first step out of the paralysis of regret and into the fertile ground of quiet contemplation, where the noise of the outside world and its demanding expectations finally fell away, leaving only the essential self and its unresolved symphony of ambitions and forgotten sketches of a life not yet fully lived, a space where time itself seemed to soften and expand, allowing for the slow, patient work of reacquaintance with one's own buried aspirations. Others came and went. A musician who stopped playing after being told he wasn't talented enough. A teacher who wanted to write a novel but feared being ordinary. A father who had once dreamed of becoming a pilot before responsibility grounded him. No one spoke. They wrote, erased, stared out the window, and left when they were ready, each person a solitary island in a sea of shared silence, their individual struggles weaving an invisible tapestry of human hope and hesitation within those four walls, each faint mark on the plaster a testament to a thought revised, a fear confronted, a small, private victory won in the battle against resignation. The room had been created years earlier by a woman who never fulfilled her own dream but wanted to protect the dreams of others from disappearing completely. She believed that unfinished dreams were not dead, they were resting, lying dormant like seeds in winter soil, preserving their vital potential until the conditions for germination returned, and she built this sanctuary as a greenhouse for the human spirit, a neutral ground where societal labels and personal disappointments could be temporarily shelved, allowing the pure, unjudged essence of a wish to simply exist without pressure, to breathe and gather strength in the peaceful, dim light. One night, Lena finished a drawing she had been afraid to begin, a detailed sketch not of a building for a client, but of a whimsical, impossible structure that existed only in her imagination, a bridge between her technical skill and her long-suppressed artistic voice. She closed the notebook and left it on the desk, knowing someone else would continue it in their own way, adding a line, a shadow, a new wing to the conceptual edifice, a collaborative and anonymous monument to the continuity of inspiration. As she stepped outside, the room's light remained on, waiting patiently for the next visitor carrying the weight of a postponed life, a beacon in the gloom of the narrow street symbolizing the persistent, gentle call of latent possibilities. Because dreams do not vanish when ignored. They wait quietly, until courage returns, residing in the quiet corners of memory and in spaces like this room, sustained by the collective, unspoken faith that it is never too late to pick up the thread of an old ambition, to look at a blank page not as a void but as a field of infinite potential, where the story, the song, the blueprint, or the journey can begin anew, fueled by the simple, profound act of showing up and sitting in the quiet, ready to begin again.